We are here with multi-platinum selling Canadian singer-songwriter Forest Blakk to talk about his latest release, A Long Story Short, and also about his upcoming tour with English singer-songwriter James Arthur. But first, Forest, thank you so much for joining me today. How's it going? How's your week starting off?
Doing amazing. I'm a Canadian who's been around the world, lived in LA for a minute, had no snow, and then landed in Nashville and had, I feel like, my first Canadian winter experience. It only lasted 2 weeks long, but it was nice, a familiar feeling. So I'm elated. There was even like snow last night. We had snowflakes the size of hockey pucks, and I was like, wow. Felt like it was in an Edward Scissorhands movie watching it happen.
That is too good. Well, we are here to talk to you about a couple of things today, Forrest. We're here to talk about your latest release, A Long Story Short, and also about your upcoming tour with James Arthur. But first, let's get to know you a little bit better. I met you many, many years ago down in Alberta, but now you're down in Nashville, making waves down there. Tell us a bit more about yourself and your music.
Yeah, well, I'm from Montreal originally, but I moved to Alberta where like started my career. I had no clue that I was a musician. I had no clue I could make music. I had no clue this could be a living. I was just a kid with a guitar and a broken heart, and I found myself at a karaoke bar in Calgary because people had encouraged me to go play it, and I did. And it was the first time anyone ever like applauded for me, and I was like, wow, I'm obsessed with this feeling of affirmation. And I just continued, and it's brought me all around the world. I've been able to play music in countries all around the planet and live in Germany, LA, to now, and now be doing this as my life. It's been, yeah, nothing short for me, at least, than a miracle. It's been like, wow. I always tell people I couldn't sing to save my life, so I learned how to sing to save my life. And that's how I really felt. I was, yeah.
Well, you have a gorgeous voice, and your songs have been on TV, movies, and features of all sorts. So that is so exciting. And also, you're going to be heard all across the US and Canada because you're going on tour with English singer songwriter James Arthur this year. So tell us a bit more about how that came to be.
Yeah, I'm thrilled about that. I mean, I've toured relentlessly my whole career, so like to be going out and playing some of these iconic venues I've always looked to play, like the Wiltern in LA and whatnot. Yeah, I'm overjoyed. I think it's going to be it's a I think the best pairing of musicians to be able to do this tour. And how it came about is I have a really good friend who is an incredible songwriter, and he was working with James Arthur in the UK, and my name popped up, and he was like, actually, I think you and Forrest would make like a really good touring like pair. And about a month earlier, I had commented on one of James's posts, being like, I think like me and you on tour would be amazing. And all my fans started jumping on it. And so from there, he followed me, and then I followed him, and it was just how it goes sometimes, a twist of fate. So it's pretty, I'm excited though. I get to like play my hometown in Montreal. I get to play all across Canada and then play across the United States, of course. And so, yeah, it's going to be incredible.
That is going to be so exciting and so fun. I wish you the best time on that tour with James Arthur. Now, we're also here to talk about your latest release that came out this past Friday, Long Story Short. This song is personable, it's relatable, and it's become one of my new favorite love songs that everybody has to check out. So tell us a bit more about how this song came to be.
I think like most songs for me, I ended up in a room with a really close friend of mine, and you start talking about what's going on in your life. And I was talking about my wife. I was talking about the experience of what it's like to go through all these feelings, and you're trying to blurt it all out. And like for me, when I asked Huli out, I have a lot of words, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, you're such a wordsmith. You can do you can do so many things with the way you speak." And I'm like, "God, thank you so much." But that the day I asked her out was just a mess. And then that's when I asked her to marry me. I was a mess. It's like she's the only person on the planet that takes all these words away from me, and I'm fumbling with them. And I feel like that's the whole premise of this song, is that as you're trying to tell someone how you feel about them, you are a wreck. It is so chaotic and wonderful, and everything that gives you confidence is kind of not there in that moment. Like confidence walks you to the edge, but then love, I guess, has to carry you over it, and that's exactly how it's felt for me. And so writing that song was just that, was walking through all these experiences of like why I love you so much, and trying to tell you, and but then like I'm fumbling and messing it up, and I say that in the song, I'm messing it up, but you know what I'm trying to do. Long story short, I love you. And
Oh,
like, I get all like, yeah, I get all, it's crazy. I've been with her for over 4 years, and it's like I even like get emotional talking about it. It's so, yeah, yeah, it's special.
well,
Yeah.
everybody needs to listen to that song if they haven't just yet. Long Story Short is available wherever you buy, download, or stream your songs right now. Forrest, thank you so much for chatting with me today. It was an absolute pleasure. Where can everybody find out more about you and get those tour dates for James Arthur?
Yeah, everybody can find me everywhere. Social media is everything's at Forest Blakk. And then for all of you who love these stories, there's tomorrow, Valentine's Day, there's a music video that comes out that I think people are going to fall in love with. So, yeah, find me everywhere. And another thing is I am a real person. I'm not just like this like artist that you can't connect to. And I have a phone number that I've given out to the world, and you can text me, and it's literally me. Nobody else does it, and that's 310-496-3464. And so you can text me from Canada, United States, and Mexico, and you'll get me on the other end of it being like, hey, what's up? So I'm very proud of it.
See, you are awesome with your fans. I love it. Thank you so much for chatting with me today.
Oh my gosh, it's my pleasure.